Stewart, the floor is yours. We really appreciate it coming on and joining us this morning. I know these guys have been waiting a little bit, so again, I'll shut up and we'll get going. Thanks, Coach Stewart.
Okay, thank you. Trying to work here so I can share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with my video guy, so we make sure we get this cleaned up here.
No
Okay.
problem.
Could you, it says it's disabled participant screen sharing. Could you open that up, please?
Can you hear him, Jim?
Yeah. Your co-host, you should be able to.
It says host disabled participant screen sharing. Participant screen sharing.
Now try it.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna talk about DB skills and drills. All right. One of the things that we talked about is we'd like to talk about is practice is everything. So when we talk about practice is everything, just playing out practice. As you look right here, this is a sheet. It's usually it's a long sheet. It's a Excel spreadsheet basically. And what you have right here is you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, going through a regular practice week. I have a date so that I can put the date that week and what I've done that week. So this is movement or footwork drills, M drill. So most of the time M drills, I do it early in the week, not late in the week. And that's a lot of your plant and drive drills, all right? Then we got the quick flip drills. You got kick 180, you got pedal open hips. So those are some drills. And then I try to, some of them you hit every day, some of them you don't hit. And then the ones that I don't hit as often, I just look back and I know when the last time I've hit them. Same thing with some stuff like this is a block destruction. So I get them all in different sections, block destruction, scheme, just different sections so that I can explain the drills by putting them in charts like this and a nice Excel sheet and then going down. So like block destruction is a subgroup. Bounce and rip is a drill. Crack and replace is a drill. Take a shot is a drill. And then so we just go through it from there. All right, example. So now we talk about footwork. You know, footwork is what you think it is. It's your M drill. It's your plant and drive. It's your pedal weave. It's your change of direction. Your kick 180. And so here's a kick 180, a drill right here. And just excuse some of the tape. Get the baler, as you know. I got here in January 26th to be exact. And because of the time and as well as the COVID-19, I haven't been able to put together drills with the Baylor guys together. We haven't had opportunity to be on the field together. So the drills that you look at is going to be a mix of different places I've been put together, but I hope you get the ideal by looking at the drill itself. So we're talking about kick 180 right here. If you look, I tried to talk to those guys. We talk about not swinging the elbow high, but trying to put a contusion to your hip when you're swinging low. So we want to swing low, not high. You want to get your back hip over and across. Tack the ball in front of your eyes. We always talk about that a lot, just where the ball placement is in front of your eyes, not behind your eyes. And you say, what does that mean? Catch the ball in front of your eyes, in front of your head, instead of behind your eyes, which would be you're catching it with your body. The ball is traveling past your eyes into your body. Here's some flips, hip flips. I think these things are essential to DB skills and drills. I like to stay on the line as you see here. So when you film it and as well as while you're watching it with your players, you could coach them to stay on the line. A lot of times when they get off the line, it's just tight hips, poor movement. And now we can correct the movement by looking at the tape and watching them on the line. If I'm going too fast, let me know. I just want to make sure we can get through everything and that everybody has the opportunity to ask questions. This is just your basic M drill, plant and drive. Again, I like to use arm strike. Some guys don't. They like a pedal and then just kind of drumming with the arms. I like more of an arm strike. And then the two-step flip. Again, when we talk about catching the ball behind your eye, that's catching the ball behind your eyes right there. Don't like that. Rather catch it in front of your eyes, but those low balls, a lot of those balls get caught behind your eyes. Turnover drills. Turnover drills are just ball drills where you're talking about high pointing. That's a turnover drill that we just looked at, even though it's a plant drive drill, even though it's footwork drills. Incorporating the ball in your drill is ball drills, right? CPR, club, punch, rip, you know, those kind of drills. We like those. And then in and out of phase drills, how to play the ball when you're in phase, how to play the ball when you're out of phase. This one right here is just a warm-up drill beginning. We're just throwing the ball at different angles, rolling the ball so we get used to plucking the ball from the ground, scooping and scoring. Plucking the ball from the ground, scooping and scoring. So here's a little game application. So the ball's on the ground, give you a better view. This next view is better. See the quarterback gets stripped. He tries to jump on the ball. That's a bad way of recovering a fumble. The DB is going to show on the screen. He's going to pluck it, scoop and score. Same thing here. Good strip. Can't hold on to it. DB shows up, scoops and scoops. Doesn't score, but does a good job plucking the ball. Now, a lot of people put restrictions on when to pick up the ball. You know, a lot of you guys have drills. You have the drills that you have city and country. If it's in the country, which means it's wide open, there's nobody there, like this picture here, you would scoop and score, pluck the ball, scoop and score. Then you have, like earlier here, where this guy's city, where there's people around, is to pick up the ball, get in the fetal position, curl up, and protect the ball. When I was with the San Diego Chargers as well as the Dallas Cowboys, it wasn't city, it wasn't country, it was attack the ball and move it forward. And that's a little different than a lot of people teach. And then when I was in Detroit, the big thing was possess the ball. Don't try to move it forward, just possess the football. So there's a lot of different ways of doing it. I just think you should practice both plucking the ball as well as getting in a fetal position, rolling up, and make sure you secure the ball. Club punch rip. This is just a drill. This is with the football. The first few are with the football. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we secure the catch, because otherwise the drill's not worth anything if we're not secure the catch. Then now what we have is the guy on the right is going to secure the tackle, and we're not in pads, so we're just going to make sure he's got a good angle. And then the guy on the left is punching the ball, but his action when he's punching is going down and through. So he's punching down and through the football. That's a good shot right there, down and through, and then try to pick it up. Okay. Now, what we did is we went to the rec balls, because as the season started wearing on, hitting the football was jacking up guys' wrists and fingers. So what we went to is the rec ball, which is this big blue ball that you guys see a lot at elementary schools. Same thing, just tagging up, hitting the ball, down and through. Catch the ball, tag him up, down and through. This is just one of the drills we do. And you see, the more you practice it, you're going to get what you ask, right? So as we look at it here, you see the guy on the tight end up top. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but the guy on the tight end up here, that's the guy we're going to be looking at. Trying to stay in contact with him, but does a good job finishing after the catch. little cleaner picture here.
Yes, yeah.
See, down and through, right? All the way down through. Great picture right there. Then pluck, scoops the ball up. So a picture here. We're going to be watching this guy here. Gets turned around and then just finishes. Finishes on the ball carrier. See him aiming at the football. To get the football, you have to be ball aware. You have to know where the ball is going to be. You have to understand the different angles you're coming and attacking the ball carrier. And if you have an opportunity to attack the ball, then attack the ball. If you don't have an opportunity to attack the ball, secure the tackle. This is a good one here showing a D lineman doing the exact same thing. So we're going to look at number 90 here. Does a good job coming across, playing off the block, coming across, attacking the ball carrier. That's just being ball aware, being ball aware. So you saw the punch. I want to show this one we call the lawnmower. And it's just ripping the ball off the bicep, opening up the bicep, ripping the ball like you're starting a lawnmower. Does a good job here. Being ball aware. Attacking the ball, being ball aware. It's great effort. Great job. In the pile. We got a guy securing the tackle. He's in there, finding it, gonna rip open the bicep. Gets the ball out. Some man drills. Okay, different man drills, line of scrimmage drills. Those are your press drills. Those are your at the line of scrimmage footwork. Either you're a patient step, squat step, slam step, pure step, whatever you call it, but those are your line of scrimmage drills. Those are your releases. Then you have your hand placement and your leverage drills. Far hip is a drill that we use, and we'll have a chance to look at it and here, so I won't talk much about it right now. And then the finish, your finish, we finish up and through or hands to hands. Those are the communication we talk when we talk about finish. Top of a route drill, say, what is this? Just get them about 3 or 4 yards off. We're simulating the top of the route, just looking at all the body mechanics. One of the things you like to do in this drill is tell this guy here to help us out. If he's gonna stutter so it looks like a stutter, so we can read the hips sink. Or if he's gonna run by me, raise up your hips, get your chest behind your knees, and then show us that you're going vertical. But those guys can help us. Like I said, this is the top of the route, not the beginning of the route, not the middle of the route. These are the last 3 to 4 steps before he's going to break, the top of the route. We're telling the DBs to keep their eyes low, so the DBs are maintaining their leverage. If they're outside leverage, outside. If they're inside leverage, inside, maintaining that and looking at the hip or the thigh away from their leverage. The hip or the thigh away from their leverage. So their eyes should be low, being able to sink, plant, and drive on the receiver. So they should be low hip, eyes low. One of the things that we do is when we do this drill and we're in our skivvies, our regular shorts, t-shirts, what we wear as defensive backs, as corners and safeties, we wear baseball hats. Reason why we wear the baseball hat, it helps keep your eyes low. We don't want to look at we don't want to look at the numbers. We don't want to look up in the face. We want to look low. And then that's why we practice these drills with baseball hats. Hand placement, being physical, the shiver board doesn't really move, gives you a good firm resistance when you're pressing. If you look at these guys as they're pressing, they're extending, good balance. The feet are going this way, not that way, not to it, and they're not backing out of there, all right? Good job there. Good job there. One of the things that I think that we probably, as defensive back coaches, need to do a better job of is communicating with our receiver coach. And sometimes we're going to have to be the scout team, and sometimes they're going to have to be the scout team. But we can get more things done. What we did in Detroit, as well as what we did when I was with the Cowboys, is when we tried to, and as well as in college when I was at Maryland and University of Houston, we try to do as much as possible with the receiver coach, try to get with them and say, listen, these are the drills that let's do versus each other so we can do those things live. This is a release drill. With the corners, I'm just trying to look at their footwork. I don't want them worried about the route as much as I want them to work the footwork, do all the things that we ask them to do, try different things at this point in time, maintain your leverage, eyes down, and we'll be able to coach it on the field. It's like here, Coach Appointee's behind the route. He didn't cut the route out, cut the route off. You can look at things. Bad eyes, so he's late. Be able to talk to him about that. And talk to him about that on the field. Here's Slay. I like his footwork, but he throws a foot behind him instead of working to cut him off. So we could talk about that. Good look here. Like I said, you can see good footwork. Good footwork, doesn't retreat. We call our footwork patient footwork, being patient at the line of scrimmage. Eyes a little high, so he shoots his hands a little high. We also do 2-on-2, 2-on-2. What we do, we got a technique what we call choke. So what he's doing is he's choking this guy. So that means he's going to be as physical as he possibly can on the point man, knowing that he may be behind the route. Now, this guy coming across right here, we want to make sure he's on a cliff. He doesn't step up to cover his guy, and he doesn't back up. He's on a cliff working sideways. Not bad. He needs to probably get his cleats in the ground, be set and ready to move, but not bad being able to close on the route. Again, you look at this guy's footwork, the guy on the choke position's footwork, he should not jump the guy, let the guy get here and then put two hands on. Should look like on the shiver board, and he should be moving his feet lateral just like he was on the shiver board. And that's what you see, just like working the shiver board. Eyes are high, so he's getting thrown up. He shoots if his eyes are lower and his hips are lower, he keeps his chin or his nose over his toes. He'll have more power when he shoots his hands. But he's doing a good job as far as disrupting the route at the line of scrimmage. Good look at it here. Fade release drill. What I'm trying to do is, in this drill here, tell the receiver is fade. So we're running fades the whole time. What we're trying to do with the DB is use his patient footwork, work to cut off the route. Once the route releases wide, that must fade release, not chase the route and go behind it, but work to cut off the route. There's a difference. A lot of guys, when they touch, they end up being behind, and now the receiver works to stack. What we want to do is we don't want to work to be behind. We want to work to cut them off to be on top. That's a better job right here. Good footwork. Good job shooting his hands, not going to the route when he shoots his hands, and then working to cut him off that must fade release. That's a good job there. Good job there. Another good job. I don't like the footwork early because he splits his feet instead of taking a patient step. But I do like that he's cocked, he's ready to go, shoots his hands, and then works a cutoff angle. These are just releases, the same thing, no matter what. If you notice, I teach the same footwork. So whether I'm coaching at Locke High School, Nogales High School, Sororo High School, University of Maryland, Baylor, Detroit Lions, they're going to use the same footwork. Good job shooting his hands. Good with his eyes. Good job here. Good job with hands and eyes. So do a lot of line of scrimmage stuff. A lot of line of scrimmage stuff. Here's a quick one I'll go through. Just keeping the board behind them so they won't step back. This is good early training camp stuff. This is one of the bag drills. Do a lot of bag drills. As a kid, I was a boxer. So I like the target of the bags. I like being able to feel the punch of the players. So I like this drill. This is one of the ones I use. This is just for them footwork wise to make sure they slide all the way over here. So his feet should be over here. And then he's jamming with this hand here. And then what I'm trying to do is get him not to cross over to shoot. I could feel how strong he is when he gets over there. Like that one wasn't very strong. And that's a drill I like. The other drill, doing it with the bags I don't have on here, is that I just walk with them and they shoot the hands. Far hip. Far hips is a big eye drill that I use. And you say, what's far hip? I'm having him line up in a dominant position at the beginning, and he's looking at the far hip. He's looking at the hip away from him, not near hip. If you look at the near hip is going to run by you, and then now you're still looking at the near hip, but the guy is taking away your dominance, you being on top of the route. So I'm looking at the far hip, the hip away from me. As I look at the far hip, I'm looking at everything, all the body dynamics that are showing me what he's doing. Raised hips means he's probably going to go. Once I see him just start to sink, be under control, or he's trying to grab me, I see and feel that. And then now I slow down, keeping my dominant position, and then being able to break down. It's good right there. Now guys, you can slow down, but don't sit down. You know, this guy's giving you a skip step. You can tell he's going to skip by his posture. You can't sit down. You want to still keep your hips high so that you can still accelerate. Here's some example of some footwork drills. Some footwork. Patient footwork. If you can look at the guy at the bottom here or here. They all should be using the correct footwork. Good job. Good job with the eyes. Should be using their hands correctly. When we talk hands, I talk 2, 1 to none. If the receiver releases to my anchor foot, this is his anchor foot, the foot that's not moving. If he releases to my anchor foot, I should be able to 2-hand jam him. If he's releasing to my patient step, then I should be taking a patient step. I should opposite hand jam. That'll be 1. If he gives me that must fade release or immediate inside release, that inside flat release, then what I will do is it's none, and I work to tailpipe if he's going inside and to cut him off if he's going outside. Good finish. That's hands to hands. Good footwork up top, good patience. The bottom, he's a little too hoppy for me. Not bad, just bad eyes on the slot. You want to make sure when you take that footwork that your eyes are down so you won't be off balance. But again, up top, I thought he did a good job on his route initially on the release. Overs. So he should have been in the choke. He's not in the choke, but he should have been in the choke. This guy has the back guy, and he's gonna take him across. When we play overs, we try to get in a position where because you could be vertically in phase and out of phase, and horizontally in phase and out of phase. Right now, horizontally, he is out of phase, but he was able to catch up. If he wasn't able to catch up, he would be playing the hands. We call that tailpipe technique when you're playing behind him like that. He was able to catch up, not just only play the hands, but attack the football. But as you get on the other side on these over routes, if the ball's not thrown, you're going to have to make sure you go through the receiver. Here's a good one right here. We call this tailpiping. When the guy coming across, that's a tailpipe. We're trying to get behind him tailpipe as he clears the pick zone, depending on where the ball is. If we're in phase, we're horizontally in phase, we could play through the hands. If we're horizontally out of phase, like here he may feel like he's out of phase, then we're going to work to the outside shoulder and try to play the outside hand and strip or the tackle. Good job playing the hands through the hands. Hands to hands. There's a good look here. Him slipping, working to get in phase off of a tailpipe. Good job, hands to hands. Another look at it. See both of them. I think he's doing a good job too. We're looking at him working to work to a tailpipe position, but he's doing a good job here also. Good finish, great finish, hands to hands. We're gonna be watching him here. Now he's gonna have to tailpipe in the tailpipe position. Horizontally, he's in phase, hands to hands, good job. The penalty was the defensive lineman lining up off sides. It wasn't the DB play. Good job, tailpiping, hands to hands. Scheme drills. What are those? Half line coverage drills, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, half line, just the safeties. You're servicing yourself. So it's the safety, corner, and the star, the nickel, whatever you're calling your slot corner, and you're going against the second team guys or third team guys or being the receivers. You can practice the double receiver. We call that cut and slough. Where we cut, once the guy cuts and takes over the route, the guy who got his route taken over backs up, and now he's the robber. We call that slough. Other things for scheme is going against bunches or stack alignments. We call stack alignments when receivers are on top of each other. When we were showing you the releases earlier, and those are stack releases when we were playing choke. This one right here is skate. So you say skate, what is skate? Skate is a technique we play where the safety is working to the middle of the field and he's reading runner pass by the uncovered lineman. We're doing it out of too high shell, so we still look like we're too high. He opens up, eyes, run or pass, that's skating. We call that skate technique. Good look at it here. It's good skate drill. Middle of the field, post drill, skate, open, attack the ball at the highest point. Same thing, skate, open, attack the ball at the highest point. Good look at it here. Skate, open, hips. Good play here by the DB. Again, too high look, skate, open hips, plant and drive downhill. Same here, skate, open. Another drill here. This is just a cover 2 drill here. Part of your scheme. This is a corner drill. Taking this footwork, working the funnel, jam in funnel number 1. As he works at funnel jam number 1, number 2 gets vertical, high pointed. Good drill. Good drill. Same thing, work. See the ball being thrown. As I open up, my exit angle as I open up, I should have my hips, shoulders, and eyes in the triangle, the 2 to the quarterback, set and transfer, be able to plant and drive. Remember, I'm the final flat player. Then you look at the bottom, doing the same thing. With 2 away, he should stay on 1, squeeze. Corner up top's doing a good job with his press technique. Cliffin should get ready to hinge. Can you see at the corner at the bottom like that? Takes his squat footwork, takes good footwork to protect the outside, keeping good vision. I like that posture where he is, good vision. He can see the ball, he can plant and drive there. He could plant and drive, he could turn and run and take that. He has vision on the quarterback. It's a good drop. Tackle drills. Now there's tons of tackle drills. Don't have a lot here, but basically when I talk our tackle terminology, we talk, go back. Sorry about that. We talk close, which means grab grass, get closer to the guy, close. Shimmy, and that means as we gather with our near foot up, shimmy, gather near foot up. We're a big same shoulder, same foot, near shoulder, near foot tackle team. When you're behind, sometimes you got to wrap and roll. We practice that. And then defeat the blocker. We call first thing first, defeat the blocker first, and then tackle the ball carrier. Here's a middle field tackle. Practice it. This simulates the offensive lineman. He's just inside out, tracking the ball carrier. Again, drills you could do just in shorts and shoulder pads, shorts and no helmets, no shoulder pads. The drills you could do. Don't want to overcoach you guys on the drill. We just give this guy some aiming points. He could go to this, right outside of this bucket here, or right on top of the cone. He's a little wide. And then show the application in the game. Just staying inside out on the ball carrier. Go again here. full play here. Inside out. The other thing, like I said, there's tons of drills. These are just some that I had on tape that I wanted to share with you guys. I think a lot of you guys see the same tackling drills over and over again. I think most of us use what we think is applicable to what we do. Block destruction is a lot of different drills. I've used hand placement on bags, hand placement on people. Avoiding alignment to get to the ball carrier. We used to roll a donut with a guy behind them 7 yards, and then you avoid the donut and then tackle the guy. And then you have the donut within 4 yards of the guy. So you're going to have to blow up the donut to get to the ball carrier. We do those things and then setting the edge. Here is just a bounce and rip. Just bounce. I call bounce when we push, yank off, and rip through to the ball carrier. So bounce and rip to the ball carrier. That drill. And then we have a chance to do it against the receivers. Like I said, if you get with the receiver coach, you're not trying to blow anybody up. We're not trying to have a big contact drill. What we're trying to do is make sure we fine tune this thing. Shit, the receivers don't want to block anyway. Some of the DBs, their attitude is kind of cavalier also. We get on their tails. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we practice every element of the football game we can, part, and then in our team stuff, whole. We want to make sure we're trying to practice everything. Like I said, that's a good one right there. That's what happens. This isn't very physical. That's not very physical, not good footwork. But this guy didn't come to practice, didn't come to play, gets his ass knocked off, and then we're able to play pretty good right there. That is try to get out of this. That is the skills and drills stuff portion. Now I just want to make sure that I left enough time to answer some questions. If you guys have some questions, I didn't get a chance to look at those questions. So if you guys want to be able to, let me see if I could look at them. However you want to do them, Jim, just tell me how you want to do it.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. Really good stuff. I'm looking at the chat. I don't see anything yet, but maybe guys, if you want to use the chat button, we'll get it going there. I've got one here. It says, can you go over the patient technique? There's a question from Coach Collins.
Patient foot. So what we do is use your divider rules, whatever your divider rules are, as a corner. All right. And then now if I'm with inside leverage, if I'm on inside leverage, can everybody hear me? Because I can't tell if everybody can hear me. Coach, can you hear me, Jim?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're good.
Might just unshare your screen, but that way you can see.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Your screen share is pause. So. Okay, we good there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm aligned inside. Okay. So when I'm aligned inside, my inside foot is my anchor foot. That foot will not move. My foot closest to the receiver is my patient step foot. That is the step that is the foot that I would use to take a patient step. My patient step is either up and down or a 3-inch step going towards the receiver. Right? When we tie in the hand placement to that, if he comes to my anchor foot, which is my inside foot, because I'm inside leverage, I should be able to two-hand jam with my inside hand being the firmest. If he goes away from my anchor foot into my patient step, I'm stepping, and then if he keeps on moving, I take another step replace, and shoot with my opposite hand. That's one. If he takes that must fade release as I take a patient step and then he uses his side of the line of scrimmage to take a wide release, now I would step replace and work to cut off and not cliff anymore, not be flat. I don't know. I hope that was clear enough to get you guys to understand. Like I said, the anchor
That's
Okay.
good. I think we've got one coach. You might have covered it a little bit just in that last answer. One question from Coach Franklin: 2-to-1 to none drill for press technique.
That's
That's it.
that's exactly what I would do.
Got it.
That's exactly what I.
And then another one is where do you want their hands on the jam? I guess specific placement.
Well, if all things being perfect, you know, I got my eyes down, so your hands are going to be a little higher than your eyes. So if your eyes are down to the belt line, I always say the up thigh to the belt line, and I shoot my hands, I should be having my hands be shot in the numbers. I want to shoot my hands where I have my thumb up, and then my palms up, and my thumb, I don't know if you can see, it's like I'm making a stop sign. I should be able to be physical and hit a stop sign. A lot of times what ends up happening is you do end up with your thumbs up like this, which isn't bad, because that way sometimes you could accidentally grab or control the receiver with your hands.
Great. Hey, thank you a lot, Coach. I mean, I appreciate it. It's has been fantastic. We've got had nearly 200 guys on the line right now, and it's just it's a blessing to have you come on, Coach Stewart, and talk some ball with us. I'm sure guys will reach out to you if they can, and I know we're all busy, but if we can connect some coaches, that's kind of what we're here to do. And at some point, once we get back on the field, we start coaching our guys. Maybe we can circle back and connect some coaches down the road. So appreciate you, Coach Stewart. How's things over there at Baylor? Everybody doing all right?
We're doing all right. We're just trying to wait to see, like everyone else, when we're going to get an opportunity to get started. So that's it.
Right. We had some time last year where we took a staff trip to the campus there at Baylor, and we were welcomed there by the staff, and fantastic facilities, beautiful town, great campus. I mean, if anybody on here gets a chance to go check out Baylor, it's awesome. The stadium right there on the water. I mean, it's super. It's really nice.
It is beautiful. Waco is a very beautiful city. If I could ever help anybody, my email is Brian_Stewart1@Baylor.edu. And just email me. I'm like everybody else. That's on my phone. Let me know. I don't have this on tape, and it's too big to send. But if you need anything organizational wise, like the things that I showed at the very beginning, those things I probably could send out to you, just how I do the Excel spreadsheet with the daily task on there. I could send that to you. So best of luck to everybody. Stay healthy, be smart, and thanks again.
Thank you, Coach. Have a great day. Thank you.